Hello and welcome to today's briefing. I'm Dana, and joining me is Matt. We're covering a range of stories from politics to entertainment. Let's start with our first topic. The Kennedy Center Board has voted to put former President Donald Trump's name back on the building, despite a recent federal judge's ruling that the name was added illegally. The board also plans to close the main building for renovations.
That's quite a controversial move. What exactly did the board decide regarding Trump's name?
They voted to add the phrase restored and renovated by President Donald J. Trump to the building's facade. This decision sets up a potential clash with the federal judge who had ordered the name's removal.
So the renovations are expected to last 2 years, right? And what about the plaza in front of the building?
Yes, that's correct. The plaza will be named after Trump. The 2-year closure is part of a larger renovation plan that will significantly impact the venue's operations.
I see. How does this decision align with the federal judge's previous ruling?
The judge had not only ordered the removal of Trump's name, but also blocked the 2-year closure of the venue. The Kennedy Center's decision directly challenges these rulings.
This is going to be an interesting legal battle. Let's move on to our next story.
A federal judge in Boston has dismissed a lawsuit filed by the Trump administration alleging that Harvard University ignored harassment of Jewish students. The judge ruled that the incidents cited were too isolated to constitute a violation.
What were the specific allegations made by the Trump administration against Harvard?
The administration claimed that Harvard turned a blind eye to anti-Semitic incidents on campus, creating a hostile environment for Jewish students.
And how did the judge respond to these allegations?
The judge found that while there were some anti-Semitic incidents, they were not widespread or severe enough to be considered a violation of the law.
That's a significant ruling. Does this decision have broader implications for how universities handle discrimination allegations?
The ruling suggests that isolated incidents, while unfortunate, may not be sufficient to trigger legal action against an institution like Harvard.
Okay, got it. Let's move to another story.
Poland's prime minister revealed that authorities arrested a Russian citizen accused of plotting to kill a Ukrainian American in Warsaw. This plot was allegedly orchestrated by Russian secret services.
Wow, that's serious. What do we know about the individual who was targeted?
The reporting suggests that the target was a Ukrainian-American citizen who was considered uncomfortable for the Putin regime.
And this is the first time Russia has attempted to attack an American citizen in a NATO country?
That's correct. Polish Prime Minister Donald Tusk highlighted the significance of this incident, marking a dangerous escalation by Russia.
This raises serious concerns about the safety of American citizens abroad, especially in NATO countries.
Exactly. The incident underscores the tense geopolitical situation and potential risks for individuals perceived as adversaries by the Russian government.
Let's shift gears to some other news.
Former Maine Democratic Senate nominee Graham Plattner is set to speak at a Labor Day rally. This will be one of his first public appearances since he ended his campaign due to a sexual assault allegation.
What's the context around Plattner's withdrawal from the campaign?
He won the Democratic primary but dropped out after the allegation surfaced. There's been limited public activity from him since then.
So this Labor Day rally is a significant public appearance for him. Do we know what he plans to discuss?
The details of his speech aren't clear, but it's likely to be one of the first times he's addressed the public since the allegations.
Interesting. Let's move on to another story.
A federal judge in Miami has postponed a hearing on whether social media influencers Andrew and Tristan Tate should remain in custody while they fight extradition to the UK.
What are the Tate brothers accused of in the UK?
They're accused of rape and sex trafficking. The brothers are currently in custody in the U.S. as they await extradition proceedings.
The postponement means they're likely to remain in custody for now. What's the next step in their legal proceedings?
The hearing will be rescheduled, and the court will eventually decide whether to keep them in custody or grant bail while they fight extradition.
Let's switch to some economy-related news.
Anthropic is reportedly in talks to acquire AI startup Descartes for $6 billion. Descartes specializes in software that improves AI chip efficiency.
That's a significant acquisition. How does Descartes' technology relate to Anthropic's work?
Descartes software can reduce the cost of training and operating AI models, which aligns with Anthropic's focus on AI development.
This acquisition could potentially boost Anthropic's capabilities in the AI space. Is there any other context around this deal?
The reporting mentions that this would be one of the largest acquisitions in the AI sector, indicating its significance.
Let's continue with more economy news.
Spain's inflation rate rose to 3.6% in July, driven by higher electricity and fuel prices. This is the highest rate in over 2 years.
What's driving this increase in inflation?
The reporting points to costlier electricity and fuel as the main factors. The partial closure of the Strait of Hormuz has contributed to these higher costs.
So global events are impacting Spain's inflation. Are there any expectations for how this will be managed?
The article doesn't specify, but typically, central banks and governments might adjust monetary or fiscal policies in response to rising inflation.
Let's move to some sports news now.
Los Angeles Dodgers first baseman Freddie Freeman had a frightening fall into the visitors' dugout while trying to catch a foul pop-up. Fortunately, he appears to have avoided serious injury.
That was a scary moment. What's the latest on Freeman's condition?
The initial reports suggest he's okay, but there might be further evaluations to confirm the extent of any potential injuries.
Good to hear he's likely to be all right. Let's move on to another sports story.
Paris Saint-Germain, PSG, beat Aston Villa 2-1 to retain the UEFA Super Cup. Goals from Khvicha Kvaratskhelia and Desire Doué secured the win.
PSG is really showing its strength. What was notable about this match?
Kvaratskelia's stunning strike and Doué's decisive goal were highlights. PSG defended their title from last year.
That's impressive. Let's move to some entertainment news.
The Film Academy will honor actors Coleman Domingo and Charlize Theron, along with filmmaker John Carpenter, at the Academy Museum Gala.
That's a prestigious recognition. What's the context around this gala?
It's an annual fundraising event known for its glamour, often considered a West Coast counterpart to New York's Met Gala.
The honorees have had illustrious careers. What are their contributions being recognized for?
The Academy Museum director highlighted their creativity and innovation in the film industry.
Let's wrap up with another entertainment story.
Christy Knowings, a former cast member on Nickelodeon's All That, has passed away at the age of 46 after suffering an asthma attack.
Oh, that's sad news. Knowings was part of a popular show during its original run. What are the tributes saying about her?
While the specific tributes aren't detailed in the reporting, her death has been noted by fans and former colleagues.
Losing someone so young is always tragic. Let's move to our final entertainment story.
Miss Lauryn Hill and her Fugees bandmate Wyclef Jean are set to headline Global Citizens Anti-Poverty Festival in New York Central Park.
That's great to see such influential artists involved. What's the focus of this festival?
The event aims to pressure world leaders to fund anti-poverty initiatives. Hill and Jean's participation is seen as a fitting choice given their history of political and socially conscious music.
It's wonderful to see artists using their platforms for social good. Let's conclude with one more story.
A jury has been selected for the trial of Dwayne Keefe Day, who is accused of orchestrating Tupac Shakur's murder in 1996.
That's a significant case. What's the status now that the jury is selected?
Opening statements are expected to begin soon, marking the start of the trial proceedings.
This trial has been a long time coming. It's a complex case with a lot of history behind it.
Indeed, it is. The trial will likely revisit some of the details surrounding Shakur's tragic death.
Let's finish with our last story.
Office actress Lucy Davis recently shared an update with her fans after being diagnosed with incurable cancer. She's been overwhelmed by the support.
Oh, that's heartbreaking. What exactly did she say in her update?
Davis expressed her shock and gratitude for the kindness and support she's received from fans and friends.
It's wonderful to see such a strong community response to her situation. We hope she continues to receive the support she needs.
Absolutely. And that's where we'll wrap up today's briefing. Thanks for joining us, Matt.
Thanks, Dana. It's been a comprehensive coverage of various news stories.
Until next time, goodbye.
Goodbye.